Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set. We're set.
Whoever is watching me click away.
Ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos.
I just told y'all to click away.
The first game's out of the way.
I just told y'all to click away. I forgot it had 8 bullets, bro. I forgot it had 8 bullets, bro.
No run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
I tried to kill the bounty, bro. I forgot it had 8 bullets.
Second down. From the gun, it's Locke. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it'll bring up third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean. clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Roethlisberger will throw. And the Steelers are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun snap to Locke. Out quickly to Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The 46-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
For the running back.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
These two teams all tied after one.
7-7. Brendan McManus.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Kill. No spacing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Back at the 30.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
at the 31-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Block working out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Minkah Fitzpatrick, thinking back to last year, had a pick 6 for the Steelers shortly after coming over from Miami, and he steps up with another one here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Broncos 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
It's up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Locke. This is the tight end fan. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Clock now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Flushed out right. Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st down.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
For the field goal, a 47-yard attempt.
And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
14.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy side, plus you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Pick up a 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 40 now on second down, Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run with McFarland. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Denver.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff looking right. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
By number 22.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
35-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I know from talking with scouts, one of the biggest question marks people had about Chase Claypool coming out, what they call his long speed. Just how fast was he in the 40-yard dash? He showed that he's plenty fast enough, coupled with a 6'4" body and a physical, strong stature. He's got a chance to be a star in this league.
And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with McFarland. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Like 80. No foul. You don't see me in your nightmare, son.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just...
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Boswell on for the point after.
So that is 2 pick 6s he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick 6s, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick 6. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
First down, Denver.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 27-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go. Hey, check 22.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
47's the mic. 47's
Now Roethlisberger. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
The 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco 1st down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. I got 1. 80 with it. 80 with it. We got
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers 16.
Tackle made at the 16.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 7.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Locke. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos.
Touchdown.
Noah Fant, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Brandon McManus lining up.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the foot. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do?
know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 11-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Locke. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
Already got into the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 46. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
A 7-yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Operating from the gun, Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now locked again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Complete to
Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, this will be McFarland. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the 39, Roethlisberger looking deep here for Ebron. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point from McManus is good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. And now it's second down.
The 25-yard line.
Let's go.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a handoff looking right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
22. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Roethlisberger to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. 3rd down here.
Down and 10.
Here we go. Black 20. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, Ty. Let's go right here now. 8.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Broncos 34.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Broncos, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.